I like that intro, bro.
Hey, bro. Hey, yeah. Hey, little Adobe Premiere can change a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Little videos. The dance battle that me and Phil won a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we never got paid for winning that, bro. Like, yo.
We didn't. We did it for Little Saint, too.
Us a bottle.
Yeah. Did it for Little Saint.
Y'all did it for Little Saint?
Did it for Little Saint, bro. Hey, we was out here.
I like the final boss, Thunderstorm in there, man, at the end, man.
Hey, man, you saw it? You think?
I beat you.
The production value shot up.
Totally.
It's Chrissy got something to do with the help with the production value. She be helping me with like actual people that know what they're doing.
Nice.
I just be FAO. I fuck around and find out. That's a lot of what happens with me. So there's no real rhyme or reason. We got a lot to talk about. I'm not even gonna hold y'all to no randomness. Did anybody get the new Dragon Ball Z game? Yes or no?
I have not bought any games. What was the last game I bought?
Have you played that online yet? Have you played it online
yet?
He
got it.
Bro.
Did you play it yet?
I'm the wrong person to ask. You got to talk to No Chill with Phil Jr. He didn't played it.
Has he played online or is he just playing at the house?
You played online?
Nah, he said he just played at the house.
I'm getting cussed out. I'm getting cussed out online for beating people. I'm getting cussed out online for beating people.
That's kind of how it goes.
No, but not like with Dragon Ball. Like that's what like with like 2K and like Madden. You know, you get competitive as people, and you know they play. Normally, you play DBZ or you know one of those things. Like you got me, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not as competitive as like you know COD or you know Mortal Kombat or like Street Fighter. When motherfuckers be like, I'll fuck you up. You're old. That type of shit. Like not.
See, bro, that's why I don't like playing online, bro. I ain't with all that bullshit, bro.
That's why I limit myself on playing online. I don't care for all that extra stuff, and I'm quick to hit the block button, the report button, all that good stuff. So
I'm a troll though, bro.
I'll mute a motherfucker quick.
I'm a troll. I am a hard.
I find addresses. I don't know why y'all so non-confrontational. I send people Google Earth images of their house.
Oh,
and tell them that if they want to fuck around, they can actually find out. Like y'all too non-confrontational for me.
I'm a troll, bro. I was like, why are you mad I beat you? You mad because I have like a 9 to 5? You sit at home and played this game and tried your best to beat me. You just suck. It's okay. Like you can suck. It's all right. It's all right to be terrible. It's all right. Tell your mom I said hi and I get off the line. That's all I do. You know what I'm saying? I do it like that one. Just real quick stuff. Real quick jab. Stuff you think about. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. All right, guys. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to get into. Obviously, we have a guest, but she's not really a guest. She's kind of more like family that's just like been here. It's like she visited in town for Thanksgiving type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like one of them things, whatever. You know what I mean? So she will be introduced last while I introduce this person first.
It's the ginger whiskey assassin, the other KG. Hashtag y'all gotta chill.
Talk to him, JJ!
I don't know what type of company Tony Khan is running, but at the same time, I don't understand how the Blackpool Combat Club almost got away with attempted murder 2 months in a row.
I'm sorry.
Cool. Nice to see you too.
It's not funny. It's not funny, but it's funny.
So he's starting out just dark and grim.
Just dark. We're just starting out.
Just immediately.
Oh, and Excalibur shed tears.
Through his mask? Through his mask.
Worst ending. One of the
just
worst endings.
Tear-soaked masks.
One of the worst endings I've seen in a while. It's what I review.
It wasn't.
Right up there with Rest His Soul, The Fiend, that match getting called in Hell in a Cell.
No, the match with John Moxley and Kenny Omega and the ring exploded, but it was like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. didn't
It exploded
explode,
5 minutes too late.
It
Yeah.
just sparked.
Sparkles.
Sparklers.
Spirit fingers.
And Eddie
Fingers is
Kingston,
wild.
Eddie Kingston and John Moxley still sold the explosion. Best thing ever. All right, man.
Hey, I just got one thing to say on that, man. Hot Pocket shirts and Save Us Shane O'Mac shirts coming soon. Like,
All right,
I'm gonna jump off the bridge.
all right, go ahead. I can feel it coming. Here we go. Let's just get this going. Let's just get it going right now.
It's the Ginger Whiskey Assassin.
Yeah.
I was like, so nice, said it twice.
It's Big Oos, Old Man Logan, acknowledging.
Peeps, what's good? I am back. Life is lifing. I have on my late registration outfit. Looking like a
Very
college student.
2007, my bro.
Yeah, late registration, college dropout, all that good stuff. All falls down. That's what was taking place, but I'm all good. I'm bouncing back. So here I am.
The fact that you do the extra in the video when it all falls down is crazy to me right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, how was that Chris Brown kiss video shoot? How did that go?
That would be an amazing shoot to be at, because I can only imagine the women that were there, the caliber and the dancing and all that. And Chris Brown has one very attractive dancer. What's her name? I know Joe knows her name.
Is it the girl from the Touch video?
Yeah,
the girl from the Under the Influence video.
Under the Influence video.
Oh, that was Amarion. Yeah, that was Amarion.
That girl.
But yeah, she's a stunning looker.
She's blessed. She's blessed. To have favorite of the Lord.
Phil about to pop a hit. Please be careful.
Do you want to hear something very dark about Chris? No, I don't want to say it.
Yeah, come on. Let's get out.
Next person.
There you go. Right.
And now, your wise man, No Chill with Phil. Hashtag MM99.
He's still in the mood.
Turn the lights on. Oh, baby, by the way. Oh, baby. Oh, shit, son. Hey.
It's a bop.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Phil Myers Sr., a.k.a. Can't Knock the Break with No Chill with Phil, the practicing polygamist, the two-time State of Illinois child support slayer, the voice of violence on the indie circuit, Eminem, the minister of madness and mayhem. And I am joined with my right hand, my enforcer.
Ooh, do y'all know how long I've been waiting for this?
Ooh, you know how long he been waiting for this.
Ooh,
I'm about to make a name.
My name is Phil Myers Jr.
I want that shirt.
Child support slayer. The all-heel wrestling voice of violence. Beat the shirt. Give it moment of silence.
I want the shirt. I like the shirt. I like the shirt.
Marine.
I like the shirt.
Head of the table. No. The second head of the table.
My man. Mm-hmm.
The real Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the haircuts. That design.
Keep that.
Yeah, it is shiny.
Stopper. We do stuff Christian, and you know how it is.
Gang.
Okay, both of you guys can't be the child support slayer because one of you is the parent and one of you is 13, so it can't be that way.
I need him to say like the slayer or something like
the homework slayer.
The homework slayer.
Child support recipient is wild.
Yeah, the recipient slayer.
He killed that though.
The Dr. Kemenadra.
Yeah,
Can't even say it.
From the very first pod I did with y'all to now, he's leaps and bounds.
And his voice got deeper, which is really weird now. Like
Daddy baby. Woo, he about to make a name for himself.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to.
Can your son teach Jack Perry how to get charisma?
Oh, it's gonna be a long one.
Lord, we haven't even made it through introductions yet.
It's gonna be one. It's gonna be one.
Go ahead, Joe.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the biggest contributors to the Hot Take Wrestling Podcast. Since we have known her, she has always helped us and allowed us to grow, especially on TikTok with her own podcast as well, where she's like on like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays. Are you on Sundays too?
Sundays is the Lord's Day, baby. I gotta rest. Listen.
Rest on Sundays, whatever. But another part of the La Familia. Don't say nothing, guys.
What is up, Hot Take Wrestling crew? Have y'all missed me? Because I missed y'all too. And Logan, baby, this is just for you. I have a co-host. I have a co-chair. I have just a slight reminder in case you forgot what excellence looks like. I got it with me right here. My name is Chrissy Tina across all social media platforms. Please make sure that you check me out on TikTok and all major other places where you can hear my voice, like the Hot Take Wrestling Podcast. Damn, I missed y'all so much.
Too.
I really did.
Definitely.
Who put my picture back up?
Your bestie. Your bestie that was starting track the other day.
I would start.
Let me just tell you that, first of all, Joe and I are on a completely different wavelength because I didn't even have to ask him to wear what he wore today. But he just knew, because that's what you do when you have like cream of the crop style taste. Logan, when you get into this century, when it comes to like the fashion wear, I'll be with you and I'll help you out. That's fine. But as soon as you get out of that, Chris Brown video and you come talk to me, I'll be more than happy to help you out. Just let me know when you're done with the shoot.
What is Wise Man doing?
As soon as Stomp the Yard wraps up, let me know what you're doing, all right?
Okay, we'll do.
That nigga said, I want to be where you are. Wall to Wall was a bop. Don't do that now. Wall to Wall was the shit.
Wall to Wall was a hit.
Hey, Logan.
Wait, what?
And Joe used to dance, so I know Joe was dancing the wall to wall. Like, so Joe was a former.
I know that. I used to know the dance.
Joe was a jerk kid. Joe was a jerk kid. Joe was a swag surfing cat daddy, and he was one of those kids.
He totally was swag surfing.
Me, and Pat the Wise Man are just like, don't get drunk, get high. We're gonna do it. We're gonna share some old routines and shit.
I told y'all when we go to Vegas, y'all, we breaking kneecaps. I need dime drops. I need the whole thing. I need rejects. I need it all.
I can get you reject. I can't do dime drop.
Hey, real quick, I got a question for Logan. How was the cast of Stomp the Yard? Was everybody cool?
Everybody was cool, man. Yeah. Megan Good was in there, right?
It got real weird.
Shout out to Ray, man.
Get a who? Darren, Dance Grooves was in there too, wasn't it?
Listen.
I'm aging myself. Oh my God.
Anything Megan Good was in, I just shut up and watched. Anything Megan Good was in, I just shut up and watched.
Agreed.
She had a period. She was like that it girl for a second.
And now ain't she with fucking Galactus? What's his name? Jonathan Majors?
Yeah. He who remains.
No, you didn't see that shit. Someone said on the internet that Jonathan Majors was civil rights fine, and I felt insulted.
Wow.
Wild statement.
Hey, did y'all see that video where he was like doing the Popeye?
Yeah.
First off,
KG, if somebody called you civil rights fine, what would you say to that?
What the hell does that mean?
That you look old.
I mean, listen, from what I heard, KG mostly likes light-skinned girls, so that probably won't be the best comment coming from like a white girl to KG.
KG likes women of a certain descent. Okay, I've been around KG long enough to know what KG likes. KG likes a certain woman that is able to be multifaceted in all aspects of life. Okay, he wants she got to be able to do both, as they say. That's the type of woman KG likes, or whatever. Now we call them ginger whiskey assassins for a reason. Okay, I went and sang in Wrigleyville. Okay, Wrigleyville had a bar at a time, which was it was a nice bar. KG left my gig to go to a bar across the street, proceed to pull every thick ginger that I've ever seen in my life, literally just on a regular basis. Just excuse me. I talk to you.
I was just talking about my birthday for a second.
Oh no. Birthdays is different. The birthday was like 5 girls around KG. He was talking to all 5 of them, and he was just like doing this the whole time. Just trying, and we were all just like, "What did he do?"
KG was on a mission in Nashville, man. I'm telling you. Nashville, he was cutting up.
He said he got one shot. He said he had one shot. He's gonna make it count.
We went to Indiana. We went to Indiana for a casino, and KG was like, as one of the homies or whatever, a girl named Jessica. She's the prototypical like Caucasian lady with big lips and big ass. It was just like yeah, and he was talking to her the whole night. And then she's like, I gotta go. I'll see you later. Are you gonna be okay? Are you good? KG, I'm good. I'm sober and everything else. Whatever. She worried about KG the whole time. He different. He's different, guys. KG's different, guys. This is all I'm going to give to you. KG's different. And with that being said, KG, please give us a week in review.
And now, your week in review.
So did anybody see Nightmare on Wrestledream?
Oh, that got dark.
That's how we starting off. He choosing.
It is Fright Fest.
Let's
what
go,
did
bro.
Kendrick say? My temperament bipolar. Today I choose violence. Isn't that what Kendrick said?
Go for it.
Okay, so explain to me, if wins and losses matter in AEW, why is Hangman main eventing All Out, winning, and then he loses the opener at the next pay-per-view? Make it make sense for me. Just saying. Why is Bryan Danielson almost murdered 2 months in a row? And the locker room takes their sweet time running out to save him. Riddle me that. I'm sorry. Other than the triple threat, I was highly disappointed in that pay-per-view. If you want to call it that, I'm glad I didn't spend $50 on that. With that being said, I am happy that we're actually getting slowly built to this OG Bloodline versus the new Bloodline. Slow build. We had Jimmy pop up on Raw. Jay didn't want anything to do with him. I'm guessing maybe the new Bloodline has to cause Jay the Intercontinental Championship to get him involved. I'm trying to see how they're going to bring Sammy into the fold. I guess him and Jay have always been on good terms, so you could do it that way. Where if they bring Jay back into the fold, Sammy decides to go into be the 4th member of that team. I'm assuming it's going to be a 4-on-4. If they do War Games, pretty much has to be that at this point. I would like to see get some legit competition for Jade and Bianca. The problem with that is, even though they went over on SmackDown against Lash Legend and what's her name, Takara Jackson, is that her name?
Mm-hmm.
Takara,
yeah. And then they also won on Monday Night Raw against Damage Control. I think the problem with that is, as I put in the chat, you have 2 baby faces who are just both super imposing, and the problem with that is long-term storytelling. As baby faces, I don't see how you could come up with reasonable challengers for them. The only few that would make sense, they're either on the baby face side, or one's a heel or something like that, like they're feuding right now. Like, I think Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez could be a perfect complement to them if they got into a feud, but the problem is they're feuding with each other. We'll see how long they keep the titles on them. I'm guessing the Rumble will be when they try to split them up, because I think that's going to be a WrestleMania match waiting to happen at WrestleMania 41. Really, Cody and Gunther at a face-to-face, nothing really too crazy. I've enjoyed Gunther's just random sarcasm. Can we get Goldberg back on to get treated again? I'm sorry. I'm still harping on that. That being said, they continue the storyline tonight on Rampage, on Dynamite, where Heyman interfered against and Jay White versus Christian Cage. I guess, Moxley and them are running roughshod. I guess, I don't know. I feel like Shane's going to get involved somehow with this storyline. I don't know. But those are the biggest selling points for me. And then we'll get into the PWI 250 later on this.
So everybody saw Wrestledream? Everybody saw it?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay. So everybody,
I saw bits and pieces,
but
I know the major points because your girl was not spending $50 for that glorified, like, let's just call it what it is. It was Slaughterhouse 5. It was gore porn with like a 30-minute trailer before.
Wasn't that bad?
That's what it is. And I absolutely agree with what KG said. Don't get me wrong. Mariah May and Willow had an amazing match. I feel like Willow is getting more and more appreciated, as she should be, as her career goes on. Anything else that was really a talking point for me, it's either why the hell did Swerve lose that All In just to have Daniel drop the title belt literally the next month over?
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that it was Daniel's, according to the grapevine, we all know that, like dirt sheets are liars, but from what I'm hearing, Daniel wanted to give the title up to Moxley as his own personal choice. And then that's great, cool, but I feel like Daniel of all people should know what the business means. Daniel always said that he loved the business, respected the business, and if you're gonna talk all that talk and be backstage HR for Tony Khan, then you should have went out on your back. If you say that you love the business as much as you do, if you're gonna be selfish, do that. But then don't sell me on that like you're the Boy Scout that you are, just to do the selfish thing in the end, which is fine. Edge did it. Edge left WWE because he wanted to retire with his best friend, but he was forthcoming about it. He said it with his whole chest. He was honest. Mm-hmm. Daniel says all this backstage politicking nonsense just for him to give it up to his friend all in the end. Also, apparently his last match on all major brands were against the Shield members. I believe last match on Raw was against Seth. Last match on SmackDown was against Roman. And then he went on AEW against Mox. If you wanted to complete the hat trick, that's fine. But then just say that. Because you literally, I know we all hate this fucking word, but in my personal opinion, Swerve is now trying to make fucking MVP and Shelton Benjamin relevant in AEW in 2024. Like, Swerve has better things to do. MVP and Shelton already have a built-in following for decades. Swerve doesn't need to be connected with that. Swerve needs to be moving up and onward, not backwards, to help make someone relevant in a brand that no one thought that they were going to show up in to begin with. Mm-hmm. They had Shelton against Lio Rush tonight. I love Lio Rush, and they managed to make me bored with that match. The only thing that's really serving me right now is Swerve and Nana on the mic. Mariah May, literally, they have not built anybody else up in the women's division. So now she's doing these promos in the back for Anna Jay to be the one to pop up and challenge her. And I love Anna Jay, but it's like what KG said. Do wins and losses not matter? Or when the fuck did that go down the drain? They literally built up 3 women if you count up Mina Shirakawa, and she's not even in the States right now. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Chrissy. That's why I fucking love you. That's why I love you. Thank you.
And don't get me wrong, I'm literally here with AEW
Joe gets mad
merch. I literally paid money. I literally pay money for AEW merch in my house. And I love Mariah May. Joe, if anyone knows in this, so go ahead.
No, Joe, you be bugging. She has said everything that we have said.
No, she did not. She said way
Thank
more.
You.
She said
Thank you, because I was waiting for him to do it. Thank you. Hold on.
No.
But y'all did cut him off. Let him finish.
Here we go. Go ahead, Phil.
Go ahead.
What was that, KG?
Go ahead, Phil.
I said no. She said way more than what you said. And we were criticizing y'all because, I don't know, Christina agrees. We said All Out was pretty damn good. Y'all were crapping on All Out. We're crapping on Wrestledream, and I think everybody's crapping on Wrestledream because it made no sense. As much as we all like Willow, she literally just lost to it All Out. Why is she in the World Championship match? if wins and losses matter.
Because they don't.
Listen, real quick.
It's not even the fact that wins and losses don't matter, KG, in the women's division, specifically in AEW. It's just that Toni has not done, in my personal opinion, a good enough job. It's very similar with WWE. It's not brand specific. It's just women's wrestling across the board, where they'll John Cena 2 people up to the top and then not build anyone else up. So now Mariah May is missing Toni Storm because Toni Storm is over here doing work with CMLL and in Japan. So Mariah May has to use all her clout to build up somebody else. Willow is the next hottest thing. Chris Statlander is already dealing with what she needs to deal with. So literally the next person they have to grab is who? Anna Jay. And I love Anna Jay, but she needs work. They all need work, but Mariah's not the person to cut your teeth on. She's the champion. She's the last person you should be doing that with.
Chrissy, hold on 1 second. Freya the Slayer is in our live.
Oh, hi.
Holy shit. Freya the Slayer is in our live. In the case you guys don't know what I'm talking about. Freya the Slayer.
You got to tell
You
the
want to
rest
give
of the
it?
cast.
You want to give the crowd at home details, love?
Okay. She's in our live.
Hi.
Hey.
She's in our live. She's in our live right now. What's up, Freya? Like, Vic Capri joined our live. Holy shit, you guys are going crazy. Vic Capri's in live. What's up, y'all?
Because controversy creates cash. Controversy creates cash.
Logan, let's be honest, because I'm here. Let's not play games.
They knew I was returning, Chrissy, so they was like,
they knew that you were coming, showing up like a college dropout off the Kanye West album. like, let's not do that. That's why.
But every Kanye West album releasing used to
they were waiting for
magnificent, outing. Like
they're waiting for Jamie Foxx and Twista to show up for their feature. That's what they're waiting for.
Listen,
I got him on the album.
Chrissy, go ahead and finish your point. I'm sorry for interrupting you. Go ahead.
No, you're good. But that's my thing. Don't get me wrong. I, along with Joe, will fight for AEW as much as I can because competition is healthy. Anything in terms of a monopoly when it comes to wrestling does not work because we saw how bad WWE was when WCW went away. Competition is healthy for these brands because it forces you to do more. It forces you to do better. It keeps everyone employed and paid and with food on the table. The more that everyone succeeds, the more that they all build and grow. That's great. But literally my issue still with Tony Khan, it's that it's a grown child playing with his action figures. No rhyme or reason. It's just that he likes these 2 in particular for these couple of weeks, and that's who gets touted. Like right now, Queen Aminata, she's amazing. I'm terrified that as one of the very few prominently women of color that are on AEW television, she's going to be hot for 2 weeks, and then we're never going to see her again. That's what happened with Sunny Kiss. That's what happened with Ember Moon, Athena. She was real hot, and then she got designated down to ROH. Same thing with Nyla Rose. These are all incredible people that have the capacity to be main eventing these pay-per-views. Because Joe already knows how I feel about Mariah May and Toni Storm not at least co-main eventing All In. I literally lost my fucking mind. One of the biggest storylines of that year, whether or not you like Toni Storm or Mariah May, you can't lie with numbers. You can't lie with merch sales. You can't lie with anything. They were one of the biggest storylines. For them to be put on the second match of the card is wild. Toni Storm is, as we saw, PWI's top 250. She's won. Tony Khan has these amazing athletes at his fingertips, and he's literally playing with the same 10 dolls. And it's going to get very, very old very, very quickly. AEW just had its 5-year anniversary? Dynamite just has 5-year anniversary? I've been seeing the same 10 people in rotation for 5 years. And that's what's insane to me. The Bucks are just now getting slightly more character development, and it's only because they're playing into the stereotype of what they were never supposed to be in the first place, which was the corporate shills. Private Party literally had an amazing match against them. These are the young people that you want to be pushing. These are the faces that you want to be selling. And they still went over anyway. I get it's for the heel-ness of it all. It's probably going to end up at the fucking arena matches? Anyone?
Arena.
Yeah, there we go. It's probably going to end up in one of those. But I don't want that for them. I want them with belts. I want them with things that matter. You can give me a hardcore match whenever you want, but if we're talking about these things in storyline, what matters in storyline is the titles.
Mm-hmm.
And no one of relevance who should be relevant right now has any titles. If I see Mercedes Moné one more time on my screen with these hot glued Elmer's glued ass fucking lace fronts in my eyes, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. When her heater looks better than she does, when I believe her heater more than her, that's bad. Like Hunter Hearst Helmsley brought out China as his heater, but he was still believable, which in turn made her more viable. They made each other better. Mercedes Moné is literally sucking the life out of that girl, and I need answers. I need answers. These are all incredible people who I would love to see on my television more. I want to give my money to Tony Khan and AEW, but he's just not doing what needs to be done. And I think it's literally going to take a McMahon to come in and save them. Not that AEW is going out of business, but in terms of quality, they're not looking too good right now.
Yeah.
I think
NXT is killing AEW.
Murdering.
NXT is killing AEW in ratings now. That should say something. NXT Black and Gold couldn't even touch AEW when it first came out. And the development talent is killing AEW. How do you feel about that, Joe?
No,
Trick Willie is beating out John Moxley right now.
Specifically Trick Williams with the Nelly Band-Aid on his face.
With the Band-Aid.
But
with the Band-Aid.
But it's copy and paste with WWE. Like listen, the pay-per-views that AEW puts out versus the show doesn't match up. The pay-per-views are always better. The shows on a weekly basis that WWE puts out, Raw, NXT, SmackDown, isn't better than is better than most of the pay-per-views. WWE hasn't had a cold pay-per-view in a while.
What would you say was their last good one?
The last good one?
Yeah.
No, Bad Blood was good. Bad Blood was good. Bad Blood was solid. Bad Blood was solid. That was good.
I think Bad Blood got plastered by a lot of fans because everybody wanted to rag on Triple H and say, "Oh, they don't have any black men wrestlers on the card for this pay-per-view. It hasn't been that way for 3 months or something like that." So that forces Triple H to now say, "I don't see color." Like that's one of those PC answers he has to give. You know, what else is he supposed to say? Like KG loved to say and bring up the Booker T Triple H match, how that he's still trying to live that down. And that was almost 20 years ago?
21.
My thing with Triple H and that whole media scrum, it's that it's not the answer that he gave. It's just that Triple H is the head of the table now, for lack of a better term. Like he is it. He is corporate. I understand that he was a talent and that's where his loyalties and love lies. But now you know you're the head of the table. You're the head of this company. You need media training quick. You should know that. You should know better. You expect Cody Rhodes to go out there and give a diplomatic, political style answer and he's your employee and you can't be expected to do the same? That's abhorrent. Especially with everything going on with VKM, you would think he would at least hire a media manager. Because literally all he had to say was, I definitely understand the frustrations with our POC wrestlers. I definitely see all of these amazing people that we have at our disposal, these people that are working with us. We were going to make sure and do our best that they are prominently featured going forward, and all we can do is make sure that we work together to make sure that these amazing talents are seen more often on your TV screens. And that was it.
I don't think that bringing your African American champions on your developmental brand is the answer to saying that you have not put out any talent on there. You got Carmelo Hayes on SmackDown, and then most of your tag teams, which are your New Days and your Street Profits, are already in tag teams and they're already just tagging for the most
on that. Yeah.
So like the answers are, there might be under wraps. There might be a New Day breakup on the horizon where we get an Xavier Woods that's going to become World Heavyweight Champion. I don't care how you slice it. That's what's going to happen. Kofi got
and it's long overdue. We got over 10 years worth of New Day.
Yeah. And
like, I'm not wishing ill upon it. I mean, it was great for what it did for us, but at this point in time in their wrestling careers, Xavier Woods got to get pushed some kind of way. Like it's not gonna happen being a part of the New Day right now.
Well,
Apparently.
Has he
and
held
the
a singles
problem,
title?
He
no.
has not.
Well, and then
Like,
the problem.
not
Go ahead.
United States, not.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Zip zilch nada. No ICs, no US.
That's
If
what
it
I was
wasn't
like.
tag gold, he has not held anything.
I don't even
Well-
think that he had anything down in NXT.
He didn't. Go
He
ahead, KG.
didn't.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, well, the problem is too is they haven't had a tag title match on any of the premium live events since WrestleMania 40, so that's even more of a reason why you're not seeing if they're all mostly if 2/3 of the because I believe Bronson Reed has black ancestry too. I think he's like mixed, but so outside of him and Carmelo, they're the only two single stars who are of African American
No,
descent.
Cody Raheem Rhodes.
All right, sure. I'm trying to be serious real quick. I'll laugh too. I was gonna laugh, and I'm also very tired.
Cody
So
Raheem
that was
Rhodes.
funny. That is funny.
Cody.
He's down for the culture for sure.
Just like
Um,
Bratavius Hart.
Bret Hart is not about. We're not doing this.
Look,
His full
Lord,
name
shout
is
out,
okay.
shout out to But let KG finish this point because I want to touch on Tony.
So I think it's
Paul.
like that's
Whoa,
limited.
pause.
I said Paul.
You did say Paul.
Go ahead, KG. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say I think that's limited the opportunities too if you're not gonna feature the tag titles in 6 months on premium live events. And then, like I said, as Joe was speaking to, most of the black people that are featured on TV weekly are in tag teams outside of Bronson Reed and Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes was the last person last black male, should I say, because Bianca and Jada still have been featured off and on, which is also to me a problem too because I'm not saying the championships have to be defended at every pay-per-view, but that's another problem. The U.S. and Intercontinental Championships haven't been defended since SummerSlam on a premium live event. So it's another thing that's like, even if you had more black single stars, if they're not in the main event, even in the mid-card, that's not doing anything. Personally, it's one of those things where ideally, yeah, we would like to see more people of color push, but at the same time, I don't want someone pushed just because they are of color too, though, at the same time, just to meet some quota. Because then as much as we love R-Truth, we don't need to see R-Truth get a singles championship right now.
No.
So don't do it just because, hey, it's good old Uncle R-Truth, and no.
No, I agree.
You don't want to see Ron Killings get one last title push?
No, you don't want to see that.
He should have got the title 13 years ago, but the problem is when he was cooking with the little Jimmy thing, when he was losing his mind, that's when he was Cena. The problem is Cena couldn't lose to everyone, and that was a month later. That's when Punk. No, even like a couple weeks later, because Punk cut that promo in June of 2011. That was around the same time Truth was feuding with Cena.
Yeah.
So it was just a victim of circumstance at the time. Because Christian, even though he was of African American descent, it just shows you like they dropped the ball because Christian should have had a decent run on SmackDown. That was cool that him and Orton was trading the title at the time, but it just shows you they missed the boat with a lot of guys too, though. So not just the black wrestlers.
And arguably the biggest black wrestler that they had, they let him go by the wayside. Now he's headed over to AEW. We'll see what Tony Khan can do with him once the Almighty lands over there. But
I want to preface this that if he goes, he is in AEW. Sorry,
he signed already from reports.
He's in AEW. So what's going to happen with Swerve, Shelton Benjamin, Leo Rush, and Bobby Lashley? Who's the world champion in that group?
Facts, because Shelton Benjamin looked pretty good. I know Chrissy didn't care for it against Leo Rush, but they made him look super duper strong in that match, and I was just kind of like the same thing Joe just pointed out. I immediately thought about that. I was like, all right, what happens when Bobby Lashley comes in, and now do we bump him down to the TNT title? Right. Or does he still look towards the AEW championship?
I don't think Swerve is joining them. I think though, because he's been off TV for a while, I think they'll probably add like Will Hobbs. I don't think he's going back to the Don Callis family once he's cleared. I think it'll probably be Hobbs, Sheldon, Lashley, and his future is up in the air right now.
Hobbs?
No. I was going to get to the last person. I say I could see them adding. I could see them adding Ricky Starks if he goes back there. But
did he sign?
I think he's still under contract. I don't know.
He's still under contract. He's still under contract. But then my thing is that do we not want them to not be all in the same storyline then, KG? Because isn't there also the accusation of putting all the POC wrestlers in the
Yeah.
same storyline, in the same groups? And you literally just said that they're all just going to be versus each other. Like, it should be widespread. And I
Right.
think that's what Tony's issue is right now. Very similar to what Hunter's issue right now. Didn't literally we just see Lash and Jakara and Jade and Bianca all in the same segment just to kind of bunch them in? Jade, Bianca, and Naomi were all the hosts of Bad Blood because he couldn't find a place to put them on the card, but he just wanted to make sure that that POC quota was filled. Like, you want them everywhere on the card, not just
Right.
clumped together out in the corner. Because for you to put Bianca Belair in a corner is wild. For you to put Swerve Strickland in a mid-card range feud with no titles attached just for the sake of pride is wild to me, when he just had one of the best AEW title runs of anyone's career in that company in the last 5 years.
Well, I was going to piggyback off what you said and say that I don't understand why they're even doing a shoot in the first place, because Lash is not going to lose his first pay-per-view match, which means Swerve's going to lose 3 pay-per-views in a row in a sense. That's unexcusable.
Well, you just got through saying Hangman just lost after his dominant win in the last pay-per-view. So.
What dominant?
Oh, that was dominant, my friend. If you saw the way they was taping for the needle on YouTube, my friend, you would see how dominant that was. I was getting trolled. I was getting trolled pretty much for a month because of my comments on it.
So hold up. So let's be real. Hangman had one of the most boring title runs in any sports. Jinder Mahal's title run was more interesting than Hangman Adam Page.
Big facts. Don't hit the gender.
I'm not even hating on Jinder Mahal. I'm not hating on Jinder Mahal. But bro, Hangman, only thing Hangman really had going for him was the feud with the Elite and what was Jericho's group?
Oh, the
Inner Circle.
The Inner Circle, when they was at the club, the baseball stadium, blah blah blah. That was one of the best things they had going for him. Hangman is mid. Give me shit, whatever. He's mid. Going back to Chrissy's point with Swerve and all the black, hey, let's put all the black athletes together. That's essentially what they're doing.
But at the same time,
let's put Swerve with the new black guys. It's, bro, you look at Swerve, and Swerve was the one thing that did actually kind of pull AEW out of the mud for a little bit. He pulled them out of the mud. His matches was like, like that. Even though he fought mid-card, Hangman Adam Page with the stupid syringe, and that was what, match 2? That was their second match with the syringe. Yo, it was cool, but that was the best you've ever seen, Hangman. The best. That was the most interesting. That was the most interesting. Whatever, bro. That was the most interesting stuff we had ever seen him do.
Omega versus Hangman didn't move you.
As far as character representation, wise man, I think that's what you're talking about. And if so, I completely agree, because that character was playing Bologna against Omega versus the character we got versus Swerve.
Not even fried bologna. Just raw out package bologna.
But here's the thing.
Not raw.
If you TK set him up for failure too, though. Bryan Danielson should not have been his first feud with the World Championship. Where do you go after that?
That definitely left a sour taste in fans' mouth, for sure.
Like, that should have been his second or third feud or something, because you got to build up to that. You went from Bryan Danielson to Lance Archer. Give me a fucking break.
The Murder Hawk. What?
Yeah,
I'm not saying
agree.
He's not talented in the ring, but
that was ugly. That was crazy work. That was crazy work.
That was just like Becky going from. No, I'm not going to say Lance Archer like that. No, I can't compare that to. He is.
No, that was just like DB facing Kane when he won.
Right, that's what it's equivalent to. That's true. I was to say because I almost disrespected Lance Archer. I don't disrespect him that bad because I wasn't.
It just goes back to show that, like it's kind of the inmates running the asylum at AEW. Like Swerve has shown that he can lead a rivalry. He can get the best work out of somebody by someone working with Swerve Strickland. Back to what Phil said, probably the most media friendly champion that they've had in a while. The Comic-Con interviews that Swerve was doing, the comic book crossovers, the podcast where he was talking about his own music. Like, they could sell Swerve a million ways to Sunday and it would be successful. He is a media brand unto himself. He managed to get Prince Nana's coffee successfully off the ground, to the point where it's actually being featured on AEW television. They have his own merch and everything. Swerve Strickland, whether or not certain people feel good or bad about him in terms of like real world circumstances, but him as an athlete, he's undeniable. He's a media mogul. He is money. He's printed dollar signs. So for them to go to someone like Swerve, and don't get me wrong, I love Mox. I've always loved Dean Ambrose, even when they had him doing the Bane gimmick 10 years after the Batman movie died. I still love Moxley, but Moxley as a marketable champion is incredibly hard to do, especially because they're trying to not sell AEW as the hardcore alternative, which is kind of hard to do when you just had Adam Page with a syringe in his mouth. No, wait, reverse. Sorry. It was Swerve with a syringe in his mouth. Yeah, like I think Adam was drinking Swerve's blood dripping out of his face into you can't sell that to me that it's TV 14. You can't. So you need to sell it correctly, but they're trying to sell this as a family brand with Jon Moxley as your main champion.
Can somebody tell me this? When did Jon Moxley become this anti-AEW character that he is now? Because he was the flag bearer for forever, in my opinion, since he's been there. Like, he's one of the pillars. And then all of a sudden you got him where, AEW, we trying to kill it. And it's like, where did that come from?
It's part of
Tony.
It's a 2 or 3 month. It's been like a 2 or 3 month thing for the most part. The thing of it is obviously it's to your point because you spoke it up. See, and this is the problem with y'all not understanding how the universe works. Y'all say stuff out in the universe, and all of a sudden we get a picture of Tony Khan with Shane McMahon in it, and 4 chairs in there and 3 glasses of water. And
because the writing was on the wall, brother. All I did was tell you what the writing was saying.
I don't give a damn about your goddamn writing. Take your pen down. Put your pen down. Put it down right
there. I didn't put the writing on the wall to begin with. Yeah. I'm glad Chrissy said what she said about it's been the same 10 people getting pushed for the last 5 years. Who does that sound like? That sounds like Eric Bischoff to me. Does it not? Is that not what happened while the NWO was going on?
I got a question for y'all when y'all get done with that.
Is that not what? I just want to know. Y'all answer me. Is that not what Eric Bischoff is doing?
I agree. No, I agree.
So think about why Eric Bischoff is so hard on Tony Khan now, right? Do it make sense for you now? Why he's always ragging on Tony Khan and how he should be doing XYZ so much better? Because I've gave you the answers. I gave you the example of what not to do already. Yet here he is doing it anyway. Because
I think it's slightly different. I think it's a little different, Logan, because I think
put that comment back up, Joe.
Put the comment
back up, Joe.
With what you were saying about Bischoff. I'm sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. Continue. Because
it's real quick. For Bischoff, he let Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and Hulk do whatever the fuck they wanted to do. Like it was very obvious that he kind of got bullied out of his own position. Tony Khan, there's no one in that kind of position telling Tony what to do. The Bucks aren't telling Tony what to do. Kenny's not telling Tony what to do. This is all Tony unto himself. There's no other person, third party to blame here. It's all Tony. No one's getting paid the way that NWO was back in the 90s on AEW's payroll right now. Mm-hmm. It's all Tony's decision. So Eric Bischoff kind of had the cushion of like, hey, it wasn't all me. With Tony, it's him. It's him. It's the man behind the mask. It's the Wizard of Oz. It's what's it called? Paying no attention to the man behind the curtain. That's what it is with Tony.
Self-sabotage.
Yeah, exactly. So when people hold him to account And he's another one that needs fucking media training. When he goes and has these temper tantrums on Twitter, there's no third party to fall back on. There's no wrestler that he can be like, oh, well, they were strong arming me. It's all him. So I think that makes him a little less savvy than Eric Bischoff. At least Eric Bischoff had the wherewithal to try and spread the blame. Tony Khan's kind of doing a one-man show, like straight into the ground. And I'm afraid that he's going to take all these amazingly talented people with him.
Let me address this comment that Alfonso Jones put up, which is 100% truth.
This comment was true, but what he said about Bobby Lashley, I'm gonna take that as disrespect.
Hold up.
So watch your mouth, Alfonso. Okay, watch your mouth. Do not
Alfonso was on the show a long time ago.
I know, but there will be no Bobby Lashley slander on Hot Take Wrestling. Okay.
Bro,
Okay.
Let me cook on this one. Can Bobby Lashley sink or swim? We'll see. We will see. I think him going to AEW might be more harm than good. Because to be honest, who wants to see Hurt Business AEW version? I don't. Because I think that's what they're going to do.
You don't want to see him versus Shane Taylor Productions?
No.
Shane Taylor is...
Bro, I'd honestly rather Bobby Lashley retire or be a trainer or do something else than join AEW and do Hurt Business
2.0
version. So, with this, and I believe, like, this comment right here is so true. And we talked about this before. A lot of people believe that them coming from the WWE to elsewhere is really going to catapult them into the stratosphere. Has it happened for some? Yes, but not very many. Not very many. Cody, and the few that have are the exception. They really are. Cody, Drew McIntyre. Those are the biggest two that I can just think of right off the cuff. Because, you're not homegrown. Also, too, you're coming into somebody else's yard. You're going to somebody else's field. And the shit that you could do over there that would work there ain't going to work here.
Mm-hmm.
Because, bro, you're not taking my spot. I don't give a damn who you are. You're not taking my spot. It's such the catch-22. Thinking that automatically that I was coming from WWE, I'm entitled to this. Yeah, nah, bro, you more so getting this. Even with Shelton Benjamin being over there right now, I don't know how I feel about it. MVP, I don't know how I feel about it. Because to Chrissy's point, when she ended her point, Tony Khan is going to run this AEW vehicle in the ground and is going to take all this amazing talent with him. Some people ain't going to be able to bounce back from it.
The narrative of this comment is a false narrative. It's a false narrative of this comment, because whether you're an AEW or WWE or PWG or MLW, it doesn't make a fucking difference. Toni Storm was a part of NXT UK and wanted to be one of the pillars for that WWE roster, and they didn't want her and they let it go, and she thrived. They put Jon Moxley in a Bane jacket and a gas mask for his new gimmick, and he left, and he fucking thrived. Adam Cole had a cast for a year, and still somehow was prevalent, and he thrived. Bryan Danielson was literally, I'm gonna get you to say, Chrissy, was literally doing an Earth gimmick. A conscious Earth gimmick. And he
Evil Captain Planet.
Evil Captain Planet. And he freaking thrived. Now look, it has nothing to do with where you're from, because we've all seen who Sasha Banks is and Mercedes Moné is. That's just trash. Ricochet's not good. I don't even know what's gonna happen with Ricochet at all.
Hey, God bless the dead. Brody Lee went over there and thrived.
Brody Lee went over there and thrived.
Did he really? Did he really?
He did. They went over there. Don't do that. Don't do that, wise man. Don't do that.
Don't do that for the
He passed. He would have definitely been champion had he still been here in current day.
He was cooking.
He was cooking.
No. I'm not talking shit. I'm not talking shit. God bless the dead. I'm saying, did he really go over there and thrive?
I think I know what Phil's talking about. Phil's not saying that he didn't thrive. Phil's saying that he could have done so much more with what Brody Lee was, and that they didn't use him to full potential. At least that's how I took that. Not that he didn't do well in AEW, but it's Brody Lee, and like a 10 to a normal person is like a 7 to Brody, and they were booking him at a 7. He could have done so much more with the time he was on screen with, but they weren't giving it to him. And to what Joe said, and I love Joe, you're my bestie and I love you, but I disagree with you a little bit, because everyone who you named, who was it? It was Mox, it was Daniel, it was Tony, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was indie players before they made it to NXT UK, NXT. So they already had indie savvy before they got broken into the WWE machine. So when they got back out, they had prior knowledge on what to do. So that's why they were able to acclimate a little bit more. Where in my opinion, Sasha was a WWE machine kid and then went to New Japan and she kind of floundered in New Japan. In my personal opinion, that one good match is the match that she had where she wore the gear in remembrance of the wrestler that committed suicide. The Joshi wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
I forget her name, but that's the one.
Name. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but like that's the one that I remember. But everyone that was able to go from WWE, he said Adam Cole as well. Adam Cole was ROH, Indies. These are all people that were not WWE machine products originally. They joined it, but they weren't made there.
And so she's saying they had existing fan bases. That's true.
But that's the problem. So are we saying because Christian started off in the Indies first and wasn't in NXT first, that therefore Christian is not part of the WWE machine?
No, they all are, but
Good night, y'all.
Good night. No, yeah, like Christian's totally part of the WWE machine, absolutely. But it's the prior knowledge that helps. It's the ones that are strictly WWE machines that seem to be, like doing a little bit, like worse for wear. And it's not always the case. Prince Puma is in AEW now, and his character trait is that he's light skinned with a skinny gold chain. Like that's what I'm getting from Ricochet right now.
I love all y'all. I love all y'all. Y'all are moving the goalpost. You're moving it.
I'm moving the goalpost.
Moving the goalpost. Because everybody that I named had a significant WWE run. Everybody was like, well, they're the Indies first. Everybody was in the Indies first.
Just those significant people. Mercedes Moné, what she just said is exactly, that's the problem. That's why she's floundering right now. She can't do anything for herself. She can't do anything creatively for herself to save her life. This is why she's super trash over there right now. She needs to beg Tony Khan to get out of that contract, and she needs to beg Triple H to let her come back to WWE so they can book her properly, because it's not going to work for her.
Y'all moved. I was at the 20-yard line on the extra point. Y'all moved it all the way to the other.
And look, let me touch on this again, because where's Scorpio Sky?
That's wild. Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Because he was on fire. He had all of the praise that everybody was giving Swerve. I feel like that's where Scorpio was going. And then he had his injury. He just disappeared. It was him and Miro, was trading off the TNT title when it was kind of fire. It was him, Darby, and Miro. They were going back and forth like this with the TNT Championship. And he had an injury, and we haven't seen him since. Everybody had such high hopes for Keith Lee when he went over there. Where's Keith Lee?
That still hurts. Logan, that still hurts my feelings.
He's been sick.
No, he don't sick, bro. He shouldn't have went over there.
He wasn't sick. They not using him.
He shouldn't have went over there. He shouldn't have went over there. Now, I know why he went over there, and why a lot of them went over there was because Vincent Kennedy McMahon was still running WWE. So when their contracts left, they did what they had to do, the 100-yard dash. But
we've all done that before, where it's like it's the first opportunity to jump ship because fuck that job. Like everyone's like, I'm not doing this. It's the first opportunity to go somewhere where I can wrestle that's not here and make a decent amount of money. But like, for example, like Ember Moon, Athena, absolutely incredible talent. I love that woman to death, and they rampaged her, they collisioned her, they ROH'd her.
She's been. Now,
Are you kidding me?
For the record, she's been the longest reigning women's ROH champion of all time.
That's like, let's be honest. I love original iteration of ROH. The way that AEW is booking ROH right now, my personal opinion, that's as good as saying that you're the longest reigning what the fuck is it? 24/7 champion.
But
they're not doing shit to make ROH as important as it used to be.
But it's not.
I was just gonna say, what does it matter having that stat if nobody knows it?
But if it's one of those, like I said last night, if you're not a hardcore that watches a little bit of everything, you're not gonna know that. So Tony,
I think I broke Phil.
So Tony is in the wrong for it. Like, he's in the wrong for all those things just by not booking ROH properly. He's absolutely wrong. But at the same time, he's 5 years in, and there's other people on creative that he just doesn't utilize. He just doesn't utilize them properly.
Bro.
Everybody has. We've seen this whole sheet of people that he had on there. We had Arn, we had like Mark Henry, and all. He just doesn't use them properly because he still does.
Yes, wild. He had Paul White, Dustin Rhodes. He has the Young Bucks. He had Cody. He has literally like titans of the industry at his fingertips. And he is still booking these fucking matches like the nice guy that gets mad at his like female friend for not wanting to go out with him. Like, that's the vibe that Tony Khan gives me. He literally has Mount Rushmore-esque talent on his payroll. You literally have to fucking set it and forget it. You can just give them the writer's room and they can book you out 6 months. Easy. And I know a lot of people feel a certain way about Mark Henry. Give Mark Henry a pen with Dustin Rhodes. They can book you out 6 months easy. He's not using them properly.
Mark's gone.
Henry left.
Yeah, that's the problem. He's letting these people go.
That's what she's saying, duh.
But see,
he doesn't realize what they have when they have it.
This is why I think I said this a while ago, and I don't know if anybody else has echoed this sentiment. This is what happened when the body loses the heart. Cody Rhodes left, and that shit is going to shit.
Bro, I've been saying that.
There's no way for anybody to refute that, bro. Since Cody Raheem Rhodes has been gone, AEW.
Bro,
what are you saying, Joe?
I think he's cursing us out.
I am cursing out Phil because he has never said that.
Bro, yes, I did. I've been saying that. I've said that on many shows. And I'm not drunk, so don't give me that.
You keep that water. You keep that water next to you, Phil.
Let me finish. We had this conversation before. When Cody left, look what happened. Britt Baker got trash. Jay got trash. That weird period with Darby that was like, the fuck is
they didn't know what to do with Ricky Starks.
The FTW was on hook. You saw Jericho going up, but Inner Circle started going down. The only person that really flourished after Cody left was MJF. A few other people kind of stepped up. But once Cody left, bro, everything went to shit. And if you can't acknowledge that, Joe can't acknowledge it
because he's on Tony Khan payroll. I'm convinced of it. The way he defends AEW, I'm noticing what you're doing, Joe. I've noticed the difference.
It's because what happened was we all started watching it in the beginning, and then we jumped ship when WWE got a tiny bit interesting. And I kept watching for the small stuff.
I still watch it, bro. I just watched it tonight.
Hold on, bro. You literally were on this podcast. CM Punk died for a wrestling sin. Oh, CM Punk came back.
Bro, I don't deny what I'm saying.
Watch it. You don't, and that's okay. It's okay if you don't watch it.
Hear me out.
I'm not gonna say the.
Huh? What happened?
Hold on, wait. Say what you gonna say, KG, because KG ain't saying something in a minute.
I was gonna say I wouldn't say as a whole it went down the drain because like our Toni Storm arguably had the best gimmick in wrestling last year. We got Swerve's title run. Hangman might have one of the best gimmicks in wrestling right now. So I mean, I feel like maybe the mid card has suffered after Cody left, and that upper mid card at times. I think the main event scene is still intriguing for the most part. I'm not going to say every feud has knocked it out of the park, but it goes back to the WWE product. I mean, we just spoke to it now. Like, now the mid card is getting more interesting, but there was a low period where the mid card really wasn't that interesting in WWE either, where it was a problem. I think that's what's happened with AEW. They definitely, to speak to what Chrissy was saying, he needs to rely more on his writers. I'll tell you that right now. It's okay to fall back and not want to play with those same 10 toys, as she pointed out. It's okay not to do that and keep falling back because we spoke to this many times. Can't keep pushing XWE and X-Bullet Club guys.
Like, my major thing with AEW, it's just like, I would be less like Joe mentioned beforehand, moving the goalposts, and I can understand that statement to a certain degree. But me personally, it's if you sell me a Rolls Royce, if you say it's a Rolls Royce out the gate, and then I end up with like a Chevy Impala, that's when I'm gonna be like, huh. If they didn't do all the pomp and circumstance and media scrums and press runs that they did at the very beginning of everything, the attempted run in on Raw with the Tank and Cody and the Bucks at the front, if they didn't do all that, and if it was just like, hey, we're starting a wrestling thing, please watch our wrestling thing, and it started off a little bit less glittery, I would be cool with where we are 5 years later, because it's like, okay, like, it's a new wrestling company. That's totally great. But for people who aren't like fucking nerdy ass marks, like the people in this live right now, watching AEW thinking like, wow, like, it's big production, they must really know what they're doing. And then as the years go by, you're like, oh, like, they're kind of green. It's okay to be green for being 5 years in, but you didn't sell yourself as that. You didn't market yourself as that. You marketed yourself like you knew what you were doing at the gate.
Yeah.
And that's what I can understand certain people getting confused, where it's like, this doesn't seem like the decisions of someone that knows what they're doing. But you told me you were. So what am I supposed to do? That's my problem. If this was if this was like FCW, 5 years later, like, wow, like, they're doing really good for like FCW. This is really good, actually. MLW, the indies, like recently, I went to an indie show card that had Kenta and Akira and Alex fucking Kane. Like, indie show cards don't do that, but wow, it's really good when it happens. But this was marketed as the next big alternative to the multi-billion-dollar mogul WWE. So when you're doing basic 5-year mistakes, that's fine. But when you promised me that you were going to be an alternative to the biggest thing in the game, and you're doing 5-year mistakes, that doesn't seem like you know what you were talking about the way that you said you did.
Yeah, and then two, how do you...
Hold up, because I never got a chance to get my point across.
Phil, then KG, then we got to get out of here.
We didn't do Heat Around Table. What the hell?
We'll get off this topic is what I'm saying.
Go ahead, Phil.
Like we leaving,
Phil, go
Let's
ahead.
go.
bro, don't be yelling at me, motherfucker.
We're not going yet.
You the one that said, well, Phil, the KG, and then we got to go. Ain't that what he said?
Okay.
I think he meant just move on.
We got to move on, Phil.
Okay. Oh, damn, motherfucker. Okay. All right. So, to Joe's point, because Joe, bro, shut up. I am with Joe to a degree. Joe is absolutely right. We all started watching AEW at the beginning. It was cool. It was different. Yo, this was dope. Yo, we were all there. We were all there. Yes, I made a comment about CM Punk returning to AEW as wrestling Jesus and he died for our wrestling sins. I stand on that. I said it. It was one of the greatest comebacks in wrestling history. But Joe, this is where like the fork in the road comes. And it's what Chrissy said. We start watching it, and then it's kind of like, wait, what? Why did they do that? Like, what was the point of that? Like, All right, like we're seasoned fans. Whether it's the indies, whether it's the pros, that's not my smoke detector. Fix your smoke detector. But bro,
You call that trying to help. She's trying to help.
bro, that's not my crib, bro. That's somebody else's crib. And the fact that she picked me out the lot is like, what the fuck?
He got so mad.
But bro,
Be nice to my mommy. Be nice.
but think about it. Like, when you look at AEW, like when they first started, bro, the matches they were putting on, the storyline, the direction that they were going, it was really fucking good. It was good. And then somewhere along the lines, it got stupid. Joe, can you at least be real and give me benefit of the doubt where some of the storylines was kind of like, why the hell they do that?
He can't do that because he's on payroll, Phil. I've told you.
You know what? Yeah,
He's
right.
the smoke detector. He's the AEW smoke detector.
I'm going to talk to the other adults. I'm going to talk to Chrissy and Logan and KG. We all seen points. We watched it faithfully and was like, what the fuck was that? Like, what was the point of that? That didn't make any sense. Even to the botches that we saw, and these weren't just small botches. These were botches. These were botches like Triple H taking off the invisible shirt botches. Like, what the fuck? Like, wait, what? Like, they were terrible. They were terrible. And we're not dogging anyone's ability or athleticism or anything like that. We're not, bro. AEW brought different people like the Lucha Bros and Young Bucks and Kenny O, people that only watched the WWE product, that had no idea of a Ring of Honor or a TNA or a New Japan. They brought us people where we was like, yo, who the fuck is that? Mm-hmm. Like, yo, bruh, dude is sick. Is sick. Yeah, Jade had some shitty botches. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. But it was something new. But then it was like, it's new, but this don't make no sense. Like, if that's the case, I could just watch what I'm used to and just be satisfied with that. This makes no sense.
Yeah.
Literally the MJF storyline right now, they brought back MJF and Adam Cole to not have them interact for 6 months. And they're just getting back to it now, which means that Daniel Garcia gets buried because he was supposed to have a storyline with MJF, but now Adam Cole's better, so now he's out the picture. I feel bad for Daniel Garcia, but what the fuck you mean you brought back MJF to not have him interact with what? I don't even know what the fuck the faction name is. What is it? The United, what the fuck are they? The United Kingdom? Undisputed Kingdom. Thank you. Like, where the fuck is Wardlow? Wasn't the whole thing Wardlow was going to take the title off of Samoa Joe to deliver it to Adam Cole? Injured Adam Cole? I would have paid money for that. I would have paid money for that storyline. Joe knows I was emotionally invested in the fucking MJF Adam Cole saga. That's how I met most of y'all in the first place. For them to just not do for them to bring back MJF with all the fanfare that they did, to not have him at least go after the Undisputed Kingdom, which is the fucking faction that's working for Adam Cole, which I feel like is basic circle block goes into circle hole storyline tactics, and they missed that. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how to help you at that point.
Come on, KG.
I was just going to say, TK just kind of needs to rely on people. The last point about relying on people from not just the Hangman and Swerve team, but to Chrissy's point about Mariah May and Toni Storm. So those are probably the two best storylines in AEW the last few years. And then Mariah May doesn't have a match in one of the biggest markets in the US. Like, she's not on the card at all out. Make it make sense.
Akil need to grow the fuck
Need to grow up. He's so bogus. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to get to nitty gritty of some stuff. Here we go.
Ooh, the round table's getting heated. Heated roundtable.
All right. beat after the show's over. We got to figure that shit out. Guys, and our Chrissy. PWI's 250. Who the fuck?
You see, and my mic was muted. My mic was muted. My mic was muted.
So listen, PWI's 250 has come out. Okay. All right.
That's one of them three that they paid their smoke detector bill.
Atop the PWI 250 is Logan's favorite female wrestler.
Here we go.
Toni Storm. It is. She is, bro. She is. I realized that you only dislike her.
I don't dislike her.
You only dislike her. You love her. It's okay.
Listen, I'm gonna make this crystal clear. So, Joe is the likable guy, right? The only way these kind of shows work is if you have the likable guy and the guy that's willing to do the stuff that no one really favors. I'm that guy. I literally just told y'all I got trolled for saying the syringe didn't make any sense. Now the guy just didn't know he was trying to pick with the right person because I've got the time of day to keep going with you. I started calling him Bub, and I just called him Bub the entire month.
Listen. Let me get to this.
Come on, Skip. You Skip. Okay, I'm Skip, and
it's my turn. It's my turn. So this is a list, top 10 list. 10 is Athena, 9 is Mariah May, 8 is Willow Nightingale, 7 is Bailey, 6 is Sari, 5 is Stephanie Bakar, 4 is Micah, 3 is Rhea Ripley, 2 is Jordan Grace, 1 is Toni Storm.
Can you tell me why Rhea is not number 1?
Do you want to go?
Joe, you go first. And then I'll go afterwards.
Okay.
Make Joe go first because he doesn't have Toni Storm merch. You do.
Rhea Ripley is not number 1 because WWE has a trust problem in their women's division. Because if you really look at her feuds and who she wrestled with, every person she wrestled with, there was a quality match in there in some shape, fashion, or form. But she only had like 5 or 6, 3 or 4 title defenses. Toni Storm had the best gimmick, some of the best quotable quotes, had the best storyline of the year, and actually put on more quality matches than Rhea Ripley. I said what I said. There's no way around.
He didn't say quotable quotes.
I didn't say quotable quotes. After every pay-per-view, Toni Storm literally had Dear Warner Brothers, all type of shit. Like she had some like funny ass shit to go with her character. Rhea Ripley was just hot as fuck, and she was awesome till she got injured, till she got hurt. Now you can say they're interchangeable at 1 and 2, but they're not. They're not. Toni Storm deserves it for this year. Period. She deserved this year. There's no way around it. There's no way around it.
So, Joe, can I ask you a question? When this list is from when to when? Does anyone know?
Is it 20? It's 23 to 24, right?
23 to 24, right?
Right.
All right. I know everyone here are big fans of Rhea. I know a lot of people in here are big fans of Jordan Grace. You specifically asked Logan why Rhea isn't above not only Toni but also Jordan Grace. And it goes back to what these lists are. They are not only part of the business, but they also have to sell some form of kayfabe as well. So wins and losses matter in these lists. Social media presence matters in these lists. Sales matters in these lists. It's everything in our industry. It's everything in the thing that we love. Rhea Ripley, and this is me as a completely super gay woman who loves women. Rhea Ripley's biggest draw is that she was media friendly. She was media famous. A lot of gay girls got real heartbroken when they found out that Rhea is as straight as a fucking board, let me tell you, but she knows how to sell to her crowd. You wouldn't know Rhea was only straight if you watched her interviews that she would do, or the backstage media segments, or the social media posts, or anything else of that nature. She knows how to sell her character. So in terms of popularity, absolutely. I believe even still right now, she has more followers than Roman Reigns on social media just in general. TikTok, Instagram, X, across the board. That's great for Rhea, and that's great for the industry to have someone as ready to be on the camera as she is at all times, very similar to Bianca, but Bianca wasn't on that list. Bianca was literally the 2K cover along with Rhea. Bianca, I think Bianca had just ended her longest reigning women's championship run when they got that cover, and Bianca's not in the top 10 list. It's wild to me.
Bianca
She's
is
top
number
30.
34.
She's 34.
That's absolutely
She said she wasn't in the
crazy.
top 10.
Yeah, like she's not. No, that's what I mean. Like she's not top 10. She's not in the top 10 that you just mentioned.
Mhm.
Like that's what it is. That's what this list is for. Toni was able to get a fucking deal with TMC. With anyone that didn't grow up with an extremely old grandmother that didn't speak English, all I watched was fucking Turner Classic Movies. For them to agree to do a brand deal with a wrestling company is absolutely wild. But she was such a character and such an investment for them that they were willing to tie their name to her. She's now headlining a pay-per-view that hasn't even happened yet. They're going to be doing a pay-per-view in Australia, and they're already promoting her for these pay-per-views in Australia, and I think it's like next year. We don't know where she's going to be storyline wise yet, but we know that
Right.
she's automatically going to have a match because that's how big of a deal she is. Toni Storm was able to take this almost seemingly weird character, and I know that Logan is, or someone in the chat is eventually going to bring up the vaudevillains.
It's been happening already. It's
Just in
happening.
It's
the
definitely, yeah.
just in the term of it being black and white. Just as someone who's a cinephile personally, the vaudevillains and Tony's era of black and white are two
They're different times.
cinephile.
Cinephile. She didn't say
I
that.
thought you said a pedophile. I was about to say, what the fuck?
Go to sleep, bro.
It's not water in that bottle, is it, Phil?
No, it's vodka. It's vodka. It's vodka. It's tequila.
Y'all know I don't drink clear. Y'all know I don't drink clear.
That's also true.
That's
Okay.
true. That's true.
Yeah,
But
goddamn it.
but that's what I mean. Like for someone who's a little bit nerdier than most when it comes to black and white movies, they're completely different eras, completely different decades. And she was able to sell it so much to the point where they put in enough production value for her to split screen her being in black and white and Serena Deeb or Deonna Purrazzo being in color on the screen. That's how much they were investing into her character. She not only jettisoned herself up, she jettisoned Serena Deeb, who was dead in the water with AEW. She jettisoned up, who else? She had an amazing match with Rio. She managed to get Mina Shirakawa so hot to the point where they're moving her to the US permanently to be a main fixture in AEW. They managed to get her so hot that now Mariah May is on the list because of the work she did with Toni Storm. Let's be real honest. I love Mariah May. Mariah May would not be on that top 10 list if she had not done the work that she did with Toni Storm. Toni Storm is very similar to Swerve, where she can lead anyone. And it's very, very rare that you find that in the industry, especially in a women's division. So Toni being as well-rounded as she is, as media-ready as she is, as popular as she is, she has the best merch sales. She also has the best merch on AEW Shop. Because they have fans making their merch. They have people taking their hard-earned time and sweat and blood and tears, using their own creativity to give these designs to AEW for free, just because they want to support Toni Storm.
Hold on one second. For the record, this is the PWI criteria: win-loss record, championships, quality of competition, major feuds, prominence, overall wrestling ability, technical ability, influence, activity.
Yeah. Literally based off of that, you can move some of the other people in the list, but Toni stays at 1. You can move some of the other people in the top 10 list. I personally think that Willow's too low. I think even Mariah May is a little too low. But Toni, based off of the exact criteria that Joe just stated, the numbers don't lie. You can feel how you want to feel about it, and that's absolutely valid as well. But the numbers will never lie. And that's why she's won.
I'm looking at the list right now. Toni Storm, Jordan Grace, Rhea Ripley, Micaiah. I'm looking over everything. I don't necessarily have so much of a problem with the top 10. I agree with you, Chrissy. A few is like, I more so have a problem with the placing of other people, like Bianca at 34.
That I agree with.
Like Nia Jax at 22, Riho at 25, Becky Lynch at 17. Io Sky at 13. Naomi at 30. Like,
your last Women Crush Wednesday, Gypsy Mac isn't even on the list.
yeah, Chris Statlander, 36.
It's trash.
Jade, 44. Shayna
Excuse me,
Baszler, 46. Like, Red Velvet, 51. Sky Blue, 54. Like, somebody, Thunder Rosa, 65. I don't know about all that.
But you got to think about the timeline from July 2023 to August of 2024.
Yeah.
In that timeline, and think about who's in, who's out. And so there, for a while, you can say that maybe Becky on a tangent from maybe SummerSlam to WrestleMania, she was on that tangent to be there. She just stopped wrestling. You could say that when Bianca stopped chasing championship and started tagging with Jade, that she was on that same wavelength too. You could say that Riho, if pushed properly, could be up there in the same realm as well. But if we're talking about injuries, life, being parents, kids, and all the other stuff, that's just different. Like that's what it is. Bianca being at 34 is because Bianca had to babysit. Nia being at 20-something is because Nia's vastly improved, and the last run she's had has been pretty good. Io Sky being 17 is because Io is nice as fuck in the fucking ring, and there's no way around it.
She was like
13. So 13. It's because she's nice as fuck for the most part, and there's no way around it. But that's just what that is. Bailey being 7.
How do you feel about Liv Morgan being 12?
That's trash. That's terrible.
Because I know how much you...
Phil, don't you start. Phil, don't you start. Phil, don't you start.
Come on.
We 90 minutes in. We were
Say
doing so
something.
well.
Say something. Say something, sir.
Listen. The Io being where she was, the damage control storyline alone was able to give Io more TV time, which allowed her to wrestle more. And Io's biggest benefit, Io's biggest strength is her in-ring ability. I will say forever and always that she is a member of the Puerto Rican community. Does no one remember the reaction she got at Puerto Rico Backlash? Io speaks Spanish, for fucking God's sake. Like, Io can go anywhere and be successful. It's just, with these lists, they only care about the top, I would say maybe 50. And then after that, it's just like, we'll just kind of throw whoever wherever, as to Phil saying that Thunder Rose is in the 60s. Like, these lists are just lists. That's just what they are. Like, does anyone here fucking take what Dave Meltzer says to heart? Like, no. Like, it's just suggested lists that can allow us to have these conversations. These women are all amazing. Bianca having the run of her life and not being at least in the top 20 really, really messes with me, especially because Becky's higher only because she had a book deal that year. Because we're gonna call it spade a spade. Media relevancy is part of that list. Becky promoting her book. She was promoting her book more than she was in ring that year, and that was on purpose. And she still beat out.
Bianca had the reality show, her and Montez. So,
but let's be honest.
I would have thought that would have been kind of, you know what I'm saying?
It's
I don't even see Tiffy on Tiffy time on the list. I don't even see her.
She's 60. She's up 46.
Yeah. Oh, one of your runners, Miss Ashlyn, said that she would switch Bailey with Tiffy. How do y'all feel about that statement?
Wait, where is she, Joe? 40 what?
On the list?
Yeah, she said that she would switch Tiffany Stratton out with Bailey in the top 10.
I don't see Tiffany Stratton on this list.
She's not even on the list.
Joe just
She's
said
32.
she was.
She's 32. She's 32. She's 32. But that makes sense.
I mean, for me, Bailey, that whole damage control run, she wasn't really used to me at least. I thought they could have used her a little better.
It was done badly.
Yeah, her whole little run during COVID, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. I
She made
was
me care
looking
about a
forward
door
to
and a
that.
plant. She made me care about a door with no entrance and a plant. Like, that's how good Bailey is.
She
Bailey
got
had
over
grown men
Ding Dong
crying.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah. Bailey had like when people say that Bailey's not top horsewoman, I need people to remember Brooklyn 1 when there were grown men hugging in Barclays Center when she won that title. Like the build, the almost Rocky-esque like
Mm-hmm.
finish of it all. Bailey
Mm-hmm.
has the capability of capturing people's attention and holding it for dear life. Like she did that with fucking car salesman props in NXT. Bailey has the capacity to do this. In COVID, her and Asuka were the fucking backbone of the women's division when they
Facts.
were performing to nothing. And the fact that they were as good as they were performing to empty stadiums, y'all are all performers. Y'all are all performers in some way, shape, or form. Y'all know how awkward it is performing to nothing. Trying to get some form of emotion to nothing, and you having to make it work with your own talent.
Right.
These women were able to get these matches, these promos, these segments with nothing. And Bailey's being booked the way that she's being booked. It's honestly, it's kind of disheartening. Because like if they can't treat Bailey correctly, what the fuck are the hopes for anyone else?
It's insulting. It is insulting.
Yeah, that run put during COVID was amazing. I think that's where a lot of where KG puts Drew McIntyre up there. All of us did, I think, during COVID. They were literally like, the people that kept WWE afloat and kept us engaged as fans during that time, because what they were doing in the ring, it was great work. I think we said Bailey was our MVP overall during that time, because it was that run was it was just Jericho-esque how great she was on the mic. She was doing just as great in the ring. And Sasha was still there. I'm not gonna call her Mercedes, but Sasha was still there. Them as a tag team was great. Like, it was just overall probably the best they had ever done with Bailey as the role model. And when she came back with Damage Control, that's what I was hoping for. I knew she had to come back as a face, but it's like, okay, we can't get that over into as a face. You know what I mean? The way she was as a heel. Same thing with the Bloodline right now. Just so I'm not sitting here bashing AEW. That promo, I feel like Roman's still trying to figure it out as a face tribal chief. Like that whole, let's give it up for Jimmy. I was sitting there, I was like, this is cringeworthy. And I've been Joe and KG will tell you, I've been a Roman fan since they've known me. Like since the Shield emerged. Roman versus Jinder Mahal. We were at Allstate Arena. I was the only person in there losing my shit. Like, that's how much I love Roman Reigns. And I watched that promo, and I was just sitting there like, yo, they got to do something quick because it's not doing it for me.
We need help.
If anyone. And Logan, just to go really quickly back to what you said about the COVID era, like, let's not forget that these people were doing some of the best work that they were of their lives at a point in time where they weren't sure if they were going to live to see the next day. Like, Vince was having them work during COVID, no masks, no tests, just raw out here in these streets. Saying that wrestling's a fucking essential is an essential job. These people were here out doing some of the best work of their lives, not sure if they were going to live to see the next day. That's how badass Bailey and Asuka were and Drew were during that time. And legitimately, does anyone remember the Evil series that they did on Peacock where they were talking about like the best villains and they had Roman's episode? And I think it was Jimmy who said Roman got good when they let Roman be Roman, and Roman's inherently an asshole. Roman was that kid that if you didn't let him play basketball with you, he would pop the basketball and no one's playing. It's all or nothing.
They got to find a way to get him back to that. And I think that more so has to do with kind of making him the anti-hero and not a full-on face. And that's the only way to do it.
So hold up. So first of all, I want to address the fact that Chrissy said they was raw in these streets. That's funny as fuck to me. I don't know why. But
I think it's because I said it.
But can I point? Maybe this was just me. I don't like insecure Roman. Like, and if y'all think about it, like even when the Bloodline was together and they had Paul and everything, and Roman get to looking like, bro, I don't like insecure ass Roman, bro. And now they're making him look weak.
I'm sorry, he said. Phil said insecure Roman, and all I could think of was like emo Roman with like a side swipe, listening to like Linkin Park, like sad in his room.
Like when Jimmy Butler had his hair permed.
Like, gotta be down because they want it all.
Literally, we're 2 seconds away from getting suffering succotash again, and I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I pray they don't do that.
I think
But
he's
no, like, hear
supposed
me
to
out.
look
Hold on,
at
y'all gonna let me finish. Y'all remember when Roman came back? When Roman came back, and then they paired him up with Paul Heyman. That's what Roman needs to stay. This, I don't know. Like this, the insecure Roman looks stupid to me.
The whole no Yeet thing, dude. I was just like, oh my God. Like, no, this is not, you can't give me 4 years of a dominant. I'm a tough talking SOB.
I'm that damn good.
I'm
you
that
can't
good.
give me 4 years. I'm that damn good, and then be like, no Yeet.
Like, I was like, oh, I'm like, really? Like, Brock Lesnar is Brock Lesnar every time he comes back.
No matter what.
No matter what. That's what they need Roman to be now. Like,
no, he was a cowboy. What. He was a cowboy for like 3 months.
He was still Brock though. He just had to, the lad. Hey, he was still Brock.
Who said sad boy? Who said sad boy Roman?
Zoe said sad boy.
Oh
Roman.
wow.
Yeah.
See, he gets it. It's just like,
because he's a man without a tribe. He's a man without a
Jimmy was great in that. Jimmy was great in that promo. Jimmy said what he was supposed to say in it. He had, I see everybody saying cinema, and yeah, true. But it's like that Roman, yeah.
Because he needs his family back. He ain't got no family. Damn it.
Bro, when Rock as a face and Rock as a heel was the same Rock. It's just who he was aligned with that changed. When Rock was a heel, he was aligned with Triple H. When he was a face, who was he aligned with? Mick Foley.
But see, the Rock is a jerk and an actual jerk.
And what did Chrissy say? The Evil series, bro. Not to cut you off, but it was the Evil series.
Was better when he was allowed to be himself. And
if that's who he is, that's who he needs to be. And just to take it off Roman, it's just like Kevin Owens. If that's who Kevin Owens truly is, let him be who he truly is. Let's stop trying to make him a face.
No one likes Stifler. No one likes Stifler.
And I think we all can agree on this. When we look at some of the greats, Logan said The Rock. When we look at Flair, Taker. When we look at a lot of who we say are some of the greats, why were they great? Because they were allowed to be themselves. Ric Flair. Think about it. Ric Flair, when he was like the tie-dye guy, nobody gave a shit about Ric Flair. But when Ric Flair was allowed to be him, which was a party boy, which was hair feathered and banged, ladies go, you couldn't hate him enough. When Stone Cold was allowed to be the Texas rattlesnake, what, beer drinking, that was when he skyrocketed. Same with The Rock, same with Triple H, same with all these greats that we sit and say. You never saw insecure, sad boy Brett Tavius Hart.
Yes, you did.
In WCW.
Yes, you did.
But no, that was just real life depression.
Because he didn't want to be in WCW. He didn't have nowhere else to go. It's like, all right, I ain't ready to stop wrestling just yet. So
it's like when you miss the school field trip, so your parents take you to like the public library to make it up for you. It's like, I mean, I get it, but like, I really don't want to be here.
Right, exactly.
Akil is the number
Shawn,
one troll in
You
this
look at
shit,
Shawn
bro.
Michaels. You look at Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton. You look at so many different people. When they were allowed to be themselves, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there, Joe. I'm gonna go there. When Scott Hall was being himself, that's why we love him. Cause Scott Hall, cause Razor was a character version of who Scott Hall was.
Yeah.
That's why he's one of the greats, bro.
Bro, stop misconstruing what I said about Scott Hall and making this a thing, bro. I can't do this shit. I'm not doing this shit,
bro. No.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not.
Because that's not what I said. What I said was the following. I said, because we do this every time. The same thing with Tiffany Stratton. I'd say one thing, and you and Logan take this thing and just make it.
I haven't said a word.
Right.
Jesus.
Wise man brought this up. I didn't say a thing.
And you grinned. I got you on camera.
Because Scott Hall is one of my all-time favorites. Everybody knows that. It's Bret Hart, then it's Scott Hall. Everybody knows that.
Scott Hall.
Why do you think we love to hate Vince the way we love to hate Vince?
Let's not even.
Documentary. If you watch the documentary, yes, that was Vince. Vince was being Vince. That was Vince.
Logan's just over here getting ready for his Loves commercial. Y'all need to keep him out your mouth. Y'all need to be nice.
Did you say Lugs, G? Did you
say
Lugs?
I know y'all get that reference. I know y'all get that reference.
That is hot.
You wearing the pins, bro?
No.
He said Lugs. The boots.
Lugs, not hugs. You parents,
Lugs.
you father.
Lugz.
Oh,
the Funk Master Flex shoe. The Funk Master Flex shoe that they used to have the commercial on.
Remember the Birdman's? Remember the Birdman Lugs?
Now those I would never do. Never. They would have to pay me. They'd have to pay me just like AEW was paying Joe.
They're not paying me, bro.
How AEW pays Joe and how 50 Cent is still paying Phil to keep those G units in his closet.
There you go.
They're not in the closet.
What was your question you had earlier, sir? You had a question for us earlier. Are you saving that for your?
Fuck yeah, I'm saving my question for Hot Take After Dark. Fuck you.
Okay, I didn't know if you want to do it now. All right.
Ugh, gross. Say pause, sir.
Pause. All right, guys. Well, you're perfect. It is time that we move in as it is now 11:01. Phil, it is going to be your time to shine, as they say. Are you ready, sir?
Excuse me, sir. We're doing the Women Crush Wednesday. So
I know. And that's usually when you shine, because last week was my time. Which, by the way, thank you for letting me get my shit off for the pause.
What did I miss?
Whoa.
Oh, so I did a whole thing about.
Hey, look at KG. Look at KG.
What did y'all do to KG?
No,
KG ready for bed for one.
So last week because of my experience in life, Phil allowed me to do the Women Crush Wednesday segment.
Bro, we brothers. We need to stop this. Joe allowed, Phil allowed, Logan allowed, Will, KG allowed. Nah, bro, nah. We formed the Megazord, okay?
He let me get the last sword swipe. Pause.
What?
I said you let me get the last sword swipe. Pause.
Bro, you are perfect.
Wow, Joe.
You are perfect.
Oh my god.
He was making a nice point about the Megazord. Here you come. WCW, please. Look, KG is ready. Look, KG is ready, and he's struggling, my friend. Go ahead and hit this WCW so we can close this out.
I'm sorry.
Acknowledge your WCW.
I think you have a little crush on me. Ew, no. Yeah, I think you do.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Hey! There goes my baby. You don't know how good it feels to call you my girl. There goes my baby. Oh, loving everything you do. Ooh, girl, look at you.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Does anyone know what nationality she is?
She is from the UK, so I'm assuming she is English.
So, I love her. I want to share the pot. I would like. She looks just like the type of toxic woman that old man Logan and or KG would date. So I want to extend. One of my brothers, KG smirking. KG, you look at him. Look, he took his shirt off for this one.
You got
What,
He ready.
Hey, he took his long sleeve button up off. KG, I want you to address this Woman Crush Wednesday, bro.
Do you want the picture up while you do it? Are you good? You straight? KG?
Bro, this NBA Street 2. I just threw you the basketball. All you got to do is you got the alley-oop, bro.
I don't even know what to say. Is her name Atlantics? I love to swim in her ocean.
Turn it off. Turn it off,
bro.
Turn it off.
Talk your shit,
Turn-
bro.
Turn it off.
Everybody mute. I'm muting. Talk your shit, KG.
Talk your shit there, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, that's all I got. That one liner. Terrible too. I know. Why am I on the spot?
He said he would gladly get on the Titanic to swim those waters.
And old man Logan, I know that's your type of toxic woman. That's your toxic. She looked like your type of toxic white woman. Yeah.
I mean, you know,
shit, bro. Talk your
as
shit.
a guy that calls himself Logan, you know, she could suffice as my Jean Grey. I'm just saying.
Big fan of that.
So she gonna cheat on you multiple times with a redheaded man?
Mm-hmm. And I'm just gonna take it. Pause.
Oh God.
As a guy who's I've actually gotten that off. I told a girl that I liked, she wasn't really, you know, complying as I would have liked. And I told her, I said, hey, you know what? It's all good because you're still my Jean Grey.
Me and you gonna talk after this live because I need a story time. I need a story time immediately.
Real quick.
But see, you get it. So it's like if they get what that means, calling somebody your Jean Grey, like that's deep.
I don't want to be rude. That's the type of woman that plops, not hovers. She like, I'm saying, like the type of woman.
She's the type of girl that would wipe off your face and then tell you that she's cleaning off her seat.
Yeah. That's exactly
Yeah. Shit, yeah.
And all I'm gonna say is, oh hell yeah.
That's type of woman. That's type of woman you ask, what do you want to eat? What my mother might, and you be like, what the fuck? And then she just,
bro, that picture where she was in the all white, kind of like tugging it. You can tell a lot about a woman by her tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
So she got like, did y'all see? She got like words or whatever. That's either scriptures or dead homies. Either way. Either way. And she got a little something here too on the inner hip. Yeah.
It's there. Yep.
That's toxic. That's some good old Earl Grey toxic coochie.
That's some what?
Turn it.
No, hold on.
No, let me have it. We need this. We need this. One more time.
Toxic Earl Grey coochie. That's toxic Earl Grey coochie. If she from the UK, I gotta give her some spotted dick.
That was good. That was good. That was good.
I'm a big fan.
I have to give her some spotted dick. I would love to eat her cucumber sandwich. I
see what you
would.
did there. See what you did there. Big fan. Big fan.
Victoria Sponge is better. Victoria Sponge is cake, so you'd be eating her cake.
How Victoria Sponge, yeah.
As opposed to like cucumber sandwich. I don't think that's
cucumbers not good, bro. You gotta go in there. Get Victoria cake there, bro. Something like that. You know what I mean? Something real Lord. Whatever.
I mean, you could also consider it like reverse colonization as well.
Yes.
Guys, Chrissy's feeling gets real deep there, yeah?
I would love to dominate the white privilege.
Who said we gotta check our traumas? Who said that?
Akil.
So what does me having tattoos? Oh shit. So
you want to answer? You want to go?
Oui.
And she's Hispanic, correct?
She is Hispanic, yes.
Yeah, that means she a fucking felon. That means she beat up some people.
No. Hand tattoos mean two things. Hand tattoos mean two things. Two things, depending on.
I need to see the hand tattoos. I need to see
because normally it means like you know.
Necklace.
No. She said hand tattoos. So
she had thug life on
LOVE or some shit.
No, I think she means here, sweetheart. I think she means here, not knuckles, not knuckles.
Finger
here.
tattoos. She means like.
Do she got the thing there like
the eye?
eye. No. I think.
Matter of fact, Phil, let me ask you this because you can see mine. I have a tattoo here, 2 tattoos here, and I have a tattoo on the. What do you consider that? Like your hip flexor, like the part where like my leg connects.
She can't show you.
I'm saying
that's Patreon, baby. That's Patreon. You know that. That's paid content. That's paid content.
Let me see it.
That's paid content.
Okay. Hey.
I have tattoos here. I have tattoos here.
She said 2 scorpions.
And I got my full back done.
Nah.
Okay, so are you talking here?
Lower.
Oh, that's what the scorpions mean. Oh, Joe, look at Joe over there with the knowledge.
I'm not gonna lie. Phil might be right. She said 2 scorpions. That might be a jail tattoo.
No, it's not. No, it's I'm telling you. Every tattoo that woman has on her body has some sort of little meaning and some little small thing, and there's some type of small kink involved into it. For example, when you have a forearm tattoos for the most part or whatever, why wouldn't you get it up here? Restraints are right here because you like looking at your tattoo. I like that. That's what it is. Just facts. It was facts. Okay. She got scorpion tattoos. So obviously what happens is, and then
the stinger.
Boom. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Stings the nostrils.
If she's not gang related, and I say this with all due respect, if she's not gang related with scorpion tattoos on each hand, she got some violent coochie. Which means
you're aroused.
No, let me finish.
No, it's okay.
If she got 2 scorpions, that means her coochie will make a man violent. Like, you will be ready to fight the waiter at the restaurant for saying, "Here's your Coke." Like,
oh, she's a Scorpio. Lord,
she's one of us.
You're Scorpios?
I'm a Scorpio.
The girl I was just talking about was a Scorpio.
Yeah. Bro, this proves my point even more. She's Hispanic. She's a Scorpio. Look, put her comment back up, Joe. Put her comment back up. Look at her avatar picture. Look at what her pictures represent. And we all know that Scorpios are one of the freakiest freaks in the zodiac.
That's not true.
That's a scientific fact. Do you know how many years of field research that I've had sex with Scorpios?
Hey,
it's still not true.
I heard the Scorpio do their thing to some Lenny Kravitz many moons ago, so I
know. Wait, Phil, if that's what Scorpio means, what does Virgo mean? I want your opinion on that.
I love him.
Well, Lenny Kravitz.
Hey, I don't know how KG went to sleep that night. Chrissy, this is why Vegas is gonna be so lit. Like,
I'm terrified of y'all in Vegas. I'm gonna have to keep all y'all on leashes in Vegas.
I don't want to go to Vegas. I don't want to go to Vegas.
Hey man,
you scared, Phil? What's wrong, baby? You scared?
We miss you, bro. That's King Cayman, bro. What's up, bro?
Cayman.
What, you scared of you scared of me and you in Vegas, Phil? Is that what it is? You can be honest.
No.
Oh.
No.
That sounds like a challenge to me, wise man.
No.
Calm down.
No. Me in Vegas, I know Vegas is gonna let me enjoy every last one of my sins.
Mm-hmm.
We all know how much I love to sin. Because if we get there, we're doing cocaine.
No. Okay, let's
cut the live before he's about to get y'all in trouble. Cut the live.
We're doing cocaine.
Instagram.
Oh yeah, oh man, yeah. Trigger word.
Hot Take Wrestling Podcast. These are the contributors to the Hot Take Wrestling Podcast.
Trigger word. Trigger warning.
It will. Old man Logan, don't chill with Phil. Jay Luzana and Low underscores. Shouts out to Chrissy T for being a part of the show. She's always welcome here. We appreciate her so much immensely. She is family. Lana, also thank you for being our WCW. Greatly appreciate you immensely. KG, give us your outro, please.
Hold up. Hey, Chrissy,
holy shit
thank
podcast
you
just heard cocaine. Now they excited. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Chrissy, thank you so much for being a part of the show this week, man. You know we love you. You are a tremendous part of the Hot Take family and the work you do. We love you. Also, please, everyone, if you can, KG, I know you ready for bed. You go to bed at 9. If you could join Hot Take After Dark, I'll even ask you the question first. If y'all give me a couple minutes when we cut this live, be sure to check out Hot Take After Dark because I got a question for y'all. I put a lot of thought into this question. How did I say it earlier?
Question.
You put a lot on the question, baby. You sound like the American dream. That's the American dream. That's the word,
But
baby.
hey, again, it's still Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Thank y'all for everybody that sent in.
Whoa, challenge. Oh, hell yeah.
Everybody want to bring out the brawly in me until they see the brawly in me. And then it's like, whoa. But okay. You 6.
Just make sure ain't no fentanyl, bro. That's all I ask.
Oh yeah, just.
Oh my God.
Okay. But Dick, thank you to all the females that have been sending in the breast pictures. Chrissy, thank you for your pictures as well. Thank you so much for that.
No, stop saying that. Stop saying that. Because no one is getting that. None of us.
Joe, just because you don't want your fiance to know that you've been looking at booty pics, don't ruin it for everyone else.
We haven't been getting any of that.
I don't know what's coming to his inbox, so I'm not gonna say nothing.
Exactly. That's my point. Like, stop telling people that
it ain't coming to no hot take box.
That's the hot take box, bro. Stop saying that. KG, what's your outro?
Get the outro, so KG ready for bed. He said, "Let's go."
Stop saying that shit, man. KG, give us the outro.
I have no idea what's going on right now.
Sleep, my friend.
Get some sleep, brother.
Get some sleep.
Oh yeah, I got an outro. All Virgos are not created equal.
Okay, all right. 2 Virgos in the room.
That's a double. I see what you did. That's a double entendre right there, KG. I'm with you.
He's a Virgo too. You a Virgo, Chrissy. I see what you did there. I like that.
I like what you did there, Picasso.
I like that, Picasso. Old man, look, give us your outro.
Yeah, we got 3 on it, right? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Feels it first.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Shout out to the Hot Take Wrestling community. That community is still building, but everybody that's rapping with us coming and being on the show, being in the comment section, keeping the lit, a kill. You know what I'm saying? We was missing Hot Pocket Mail tonight, pause, but
he was out a little bit.
He was here for a little bit.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that came and stopped through. What wrestler was it you said came on the show?
Rhea the Slayer.
Yeah, her, and then it was the guy too. I can't think of it.
Vic Capri.
Vic Capri. Shout out to them for coming and checking us out for a little bit. And yeah, man, we're gonna keep trying to do this thing for y'all on a weekly basis. Make sure you tune in for Hot Take After Dark.
One, Chrissy Tina, who I greatly appreciate.
And Chrissy, thank you as always for coming through. You are, you know what
You've
time
been
it is.
amazing. You've been amazing. You've been amazing.
I legitimately love y'all. Y'all are, with all the jokes, with all of everything, y'all are legitimate, like honestly, some of the sharpest minds. And this is why I love talking to you guys. Whether or not we agree on the subject, we can always make sure that we come to a respectable understanding, because at the end of the day, we are all here for the same fake fucking scripted sport, predetermined sport, but we are here because we enjoy it. We are here for the camaraderie. We are here because we love each other. And I love every single one of you guys. And on that note, my name is Chrissy Tina across all social media platforms. Please make sure that y'all engage in this podcast, because I'm trying to join Hot Take officially. And I'm not sure if I got to do like a speed dating thing where I got to like interview each one of them individually. But like, your girl's trying to get a permanent spot, because I legitimately really do love speaking with these people on the world of wrestling and what it means to us and what it means to me, and being able to have some of the best and most intelligent conversations in the game with these particular gentlemen right here. There's nothing else like it. Make sure you check me out on TikTok. Make sure you check me out on Saturdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for NXT Rewind, where me and my stupidly good-looking co-host go through NXT takeovers in order, because sometimes wrestling is a little bit better with friends and it's a lot better with family, and y'all are everything to me. Thank you guys so much once again for having me on.
Phil,
Thank you for coming. Thank you
so much. Christine, you're the best. Phil, come. Your intro has to be quick, because we're going right to Hot Take After Dark.
Bro, excuse me.
Pause.
Excuse me. Wow.
Good pause. Good pause.
My name is Phil Myers Sr., aka Cat Knocker, the Great with No Chill with Frill, the practicing two-time child support stay-rater in the greatest state of Illinois. I am also Eminem, the Minister of Madness and Mayhem, and the voice of violence on the indie circuit. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us, man. Hot Take Wrestling Podcast. We love y'all. Follow us. Please stay tuned for Hot Take After Dark. I want everyone to be a part of this discussion. I have a great question to ask. I do. It's fun. It's interesting. I'm full of water. I'm going to go let some of this water
He's definitely, he's drinking water.
Because when I come back, I'm going to have Bae with me. So,
Hot
Take After Dark, if you're not familiar with Hot Take After Dark, it's more of an adult discussion of an adult nature. I know a lot of us agree that sex is a form of wrestling. So, I take it After Dark.
Lord Joe, cut the live.
Right, Joe. Where is Joe at?
Joe went to go boo-boo.
You see, KG had to get him out of here.
KG's just not a team player. He's just angry at life.
Team player as well.
But yeah, while Joe is not here, ladies, please continue to send in the booby pics to the Hot Take Wrestling Podcast page. If you have the Braille,
please do not send it to Wise Man's personal page.
No, send it.
We don't want to get nobody in trouble.
Nope, send it to the Hot Take page. That's fine.
Joe, cut the lie.
Everybody did the outro, Joe.
Dude, okay, all right. I want you to stop saying no. Don't send nothing to Hot Take page.
Just because you mad because you was looking at boobies when you shouldn't be looking at boobies, that ain't my fault.
Looking at boobies. Stop saying that shit.
Right. We are filming.
Hot Take.
Hot Take.
Hot Take. Hot Take After Dark.